Ladies and gentlemen, Mashele Money podcast in partnership with Bifm Unit Trust brings you an educational series of financial literacy free of charge. In this past week, we were launching this wonderful program with the CEO of Bifm, Thato Kgasa, who was explaining exactly what build your future with Bifm really means. So every week, expect to find content from experts from within the Bifm Unit Trust team who will be telling you about investing and saving in different ways. So in today's episode, Thato Kgasa, who is the retail manager of Bifm Unit Trust, will a guide to investing and choosing the right unit trust.
Thank you, Sadla.
Re simolla puisana rona ya go ruta batswana ka dikgang tsa madi ka build your future with Bifm. So this series kana eta beke le beke go motswaneng re ruta ka dilo tse di harologaneng tse leng gore Bifm ya di offer di solution tsa go ipeela madi le go godisa madi a gago. So as a start ke batla hela re simolle investing one on one Kgasa gore motho a ile gore go setse madinyana ka gore ra sela madi re le batswana e ka nna madi a boswa e ka nna gore gongwe bonus nyana e tsene go tirong a kere e ka nna gore gongwe o winne lotho ka lotholone ke ya tae batho ba tona ntse ba taba tsore chanka madi ba sa itsore ba ka dirang ka yone. But let's say madi a ile gore wa bone ga se madi a ile gore a ka dira sepe se ile gore gongwe o eletsa go se dira ke dio tse ile gore you can do in the future. So gongwe e ka nna gore go aga ntu gongwe gore ka koloi kana go tsenya bana sekolo madi a ga lekane mme wa tshwere ga o batla go a senya, and then ikile a re gongwe ntse o tsamatsamaya mo mmileng mo kana mo le hauhau wa kopana le Bifm Unit Trust go mme go na le Bifm Unit Trust e leng gore ka go thusa jana le jana. Motho o simolla jang? Where do they start? Who do they talk to? What is the process?
Wana so santa hala how to lo go na le Bifm Unit Trust. You're on the right track. But I think re simolle pele ka gone gore unit trust again, you know, before we even get into Bifm fund. Unit trust, I think its simplest, most basic form or way to explain it. Madi a kgobokantsweng, or money that's collected or pooled together from different investors. It doesn't matter. But what they all have in common, and how investor in a unit trust, you know, I'll sort of parallel kana get le go investor mo di shares in diabe. How we invest more a company or in shares, you're actually buying a part of a company and you become a shareholder. How we invest more the unit trusting, you are buying parts of a fund, and those parts are called units.
Yes.
And when you have units, you are now a unit holder. And halaja good shares in, you know, when the unit price changes, it goes up, it determines the value of your shares, like your investment. Yes. And then when the unit price goes down, the same thing happens, but it means value Same principle applies go good unit trusting. A unit price that's calculated on a daily basis, halaja share price. And that unit price at any given time, it determines the value of investment. It means value ya investment ha unit price ya then you know the opposite is true. It means the value of your investment has also gone down. And all of this is informed by unit trust they o investile mo go yone madi a teng a tsero ba go investa mo go eng. If re tsere madi a lona and we invest that money in equities, like in instances of an equity fund or you know an equity radi shares, then as the company then the share prices go up, it's going to translate to your unit price ultimately going up. When there's a downturn in the market and the price, you know, and they're falling, it's also going to translate to the unit price ya fund ya gagolone ya ko tlase.
Ke rata ka go itlhalosang ka teng gore wa wara ka bontlha bongwe mo letoleng le leng gore le buildilwe ke batho ba le bantsi ya wa bo itshwantshanya gape le tsone diabe but ka o ithalosang ka teng gape kana diabe gantsi wa bo reka directly into a particular company mo e leng gore nako nngwe ga gongwe e le gore gongwe ga e performe sentle investment ya gago ka bontsi e kgona go affectega but ka go buang ka teng lona le kabakanya portfolio for the client mene a tsenya madi hela mo letoleng le le one hela mme one a ba kgagong ka dilo tse di harologaneng ke batla o dumela gore go a thusa go protecta investment ya di-client tsa lona
thata go ntse hela yalo and we talk about diversification how you invest. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Unit trust ka bo yone e ntse hela yalo how gore even if o tla ka 200 pula gago kgwedi le kgwedi because that's what you can afford just 200 pula neo it's going to within a unit trust fund is going to give you exposure to multiple assets, multiple companies, le ha ile gore o tsere yone hela purely an equity fund. Within that equity fund, jaaka bua re ka bakantse, number of different stocks or companies from the stock exchange. And sometimes ibile you are getting exposure to local and offshore markets. And to those who are not aware, kana go invest offshore already go batla re botla o tshwere madi a bonala. Exactly. Yet we're saying mo unit trusting, we are affording you the opportunity and the ability to benefit from offshore markets just ka 200 pula gago.
Yes. Kana le tsone di bonds hela. A lot of people ba tona ba di utwalla ela gore ga togona di bonds go bekete but they can afford to make the minimum payment for them, but within a unit trust then you probably have some bonds somewhere. Exactly.
Diversification. I mean, yes, I spoke about the bond, but the shares, sorry.
Yes.
But within a single unit trust fund, I can multiple assets. Kera honor mo kung media tinga ba investile mo di shares in dia both locally and offshore. Mo kung kana bon tlhabongwe ba media ting bo investile mo di bonding again both locally and offshore. And more in money market instruments, money market essentially deposit products typically offered by the bank. So the fixed deposit deal. So like I said, 200 pula hell, and if you think about it, 200 pula has a media yes, exactly. Exactly. So I can have 200 pula or now my hela every month, and that money hands accumulate and ha exposure to all these things. So hadi maraka di rasante, you are also benefiting in terms of the return or growth mo mading a gago.
Yes. Gongwe motswana o ka batla go itse gore why unit trusts? I mean, there are so many other different investments in order to thing. Why should they consider a unit trust?
It's I mean, firstly, the unit trust I think is probably where everyone should start. And if you didn't start or are not starting with the unit trust, I'm saying it because they are probably the simplest way to start.
Yeah.
And one of the reasons why affordability. So gare tlhoke gore o bo setso tla o le mohumi gore o invest le rona kana o beeletse le rona 200 pula kana ona madi a le gore wena that's what you are able to afford. You are a valued investor like any other. The second thing is again diversification, which we've just spoken about. You are coming to one point of contact being Bifm, but from that single point of contact or that single unit trust fund investor you're getting exposure to so much across different asset classes and across different markets. Over and above that, one thing we feel is a benefit that's probably not highlighted enough. You actually have professionals who are managing investment for you. And we're not charging you a premium for service.
Yes.
Yes, we're not necessarily buying new shares. 100,000 shares. No. But by virtue of madiana mo letloleng le, we're able to then go and invest in the different things and to be able to make the investment tse di siameng, you know, tse le gore they are well informed and are most likely to bring the return tse le gore people are looking for more investment in your unit trust. You need batho ba na le boitseanape jo.
Yes.
So rather than going and finding someone obo o mo neela madi a gore a invest gape bo mo duela, you know, premium for service eo, mo Bifm, by virtue of investing more unit trusting, you get access to that. I mean, we have qualified investment professionals who on a daily basis ba libile market, ba dira research, ba you know ba bala ba checka ke bone ba irang ba tsang ditshwetso tsa gore re reka leng re rekisa leng, re reka at what price, re rekisa at what price, and I think we all know gore general principle in investing, you want to buy low and sell high. So you don't have to worry about that. Someone else is doing it for you. And aside from that, another reason, which I think is more from a practical perspective, why unit trusts are a good place to start, the flexibility. Flexibility or accessibility, depending how you want to look at it. But you una le di option wena hela o le mailetse ko ena o decide gore okay ke ba bokahe, how often, for how long, yes, we have, you know, guiding principles or tla bua gore nya minimum contribution ke 200 pula per month, kana ha ile gore wena ga o batle go ntsha regular contribution, then minimum ke 1000 pula once off. But you know go tsweng go tswa mo go ena o libile pata ga go o libile gone gore nya me gompeno selo ke se ke bone sengwenyana from wherever and ke batla go topa up kana na ke gone galamsa mo so ke tla ntsha 200 pula me na 300 pula me as I'm able to, and hagere for as long as you want, kera literally that all our funds are open-ended. Ha gona mo go teng
20 years, 25 years.
No, ibila gona maturity date. Nya ke me tsora mature be ke bona madi. No.
Depends on you.
Completely depends on you. Yeah.
So you know, ke rata thata gone gore, you know, you can start very very low, and o thalosa gone gore gape gona le batho ba ileng gore they are doing the job for you. I can imagine gore you know, as a financial advisor, I don't charge 200 pula. So, you know, it's quite expensive to have a professional a lebella portfolio ya gago. So if o khona gore o duele 200 pula, I be on le access to such people or get those people to do work on your money for you. I think it's a big advantage. Yeah, no, I want us to go for a quick commercial break.
Okay.
And then ha re bua ke batla re tswelle re ntse re rarabolla kgang. So if you're just joining us now, Arnale Kgasa from Bifm Unit Trust, re bua ka investing 101, basically gore o tlhaloganya gore go investa keng, di unit trust tse leng gore di teng tse leng gore o ka investa mo tsone ke tse leng gore di ntsang. Stay tuned.
What do relationships, kids, land, a home, and wealth all have in common? They are investments, commitments to your dreams, your aspirations, and your goals. Investing is about asking the right questions. How much does my goal cost? Can I afford it? How long will it take? Do I have the appetite for a high risk or a low risk one? Find out all this and more through Bifm Smart Invest. Visit www.bifm.co.bw. Click on Bifm Smart Invest and get insightful information on what to consider when starting your investment journey. It is perfect for beginners and useful for expert investors too. Invest in a Bifm unit trust today. Conveniently, anywhere, anytime. Bifm, committed to serving you better.
If you're just joining us now, Rnale Memakasa from Bifm Unit Trust. Rebua helaka investing one-on-one. What you need to know, where you need to go. Haile gore o batla go simolla go investa mo tsatsing la gompieno. Makasa. Ke batla re tswelledisa conversation a rona. No bua tse di botlhokwa gore it's very important to start thata with the unit trust because for one, the minimum requirement is very low. Two, you don't need to worry about where your money is being invested or invest to a young. You can spend your energy doing other things while professional experts are actually sitting the whole day making sure that your money works for you. So ne ke batla go ro tlhalose Makgasa gore ha motho a batla go simolla go investa, what are some of the things e leng gore o tshwanela ke gore a di level a di tlhaloganye tse di amanang le gona go ikitse go itse se e leng gore wa se dira jalo
ebile o simotse go ikaraba gore di tsela no go botlhokwa jaaka o bua gore motho what I always say is ipotse a few questions and we ipotse dipotso tse yana go gore wena khone go bona gore a mme se hapela ga gago in terms of the different investment options. What is suitable for you?
Yes.
Gantsi o tla go tinya go itule go batho ba re wo mongwe o tsere mo le nna ke a batla o mongwe o tsere mo le and re sala batho morago and then ko morago e be re nna ga go amperekela. And the truth is I think generally speaking, and please don't take this any other way. Generally speaking, everything works.
Yeah.
But the question is, does it work for you or will it be good for you?
Absolutely.
So jaaka bua o tshwantse o ikitse le wena gape o tlhaloganye wena situation a go gore ke eng. Ha o tshwere madi o batla go investa o investela eng o investela eng se le gore sa go diragala mo nakong e kae which will lead you to how much time do you have to invest and then be gonna gape le dipotso tsa bo what is your risk appetite kana how comfortable are you with risk ke dipotso tse le gore tshwantse o di ipotse and maybe to unpack them a little. Hari bua ka, for example, kgang ya nako. O investela eng se le gore sa go iragala leng, which will give you a timeline. Go botlhokwa because for example, we have different unit trust funds that will expose you to different things and typically rare dinale different timeline. Gona le mo go siametseng short-term objectives, gona le mo go siametseng long-term objectives. And ha ile gore wa itse gore for example ke ba madi a school fees. School fees is next year. You don't want to get investment there lo gore ya go madi a gago a go gola over a long period of time. And we say that because yes, it's possible and then in 12 months or in 6 months market will listen there and your investment is looking good. Yes, but it's not guaranteed. Even how it's a long-term investment return in the short term. To me, I call that gambling. Exactly. So how next year, automatically you start thinking, I need an investment that can that aligns with that. Next year, as opposed to hey, market ga ira sente gompieno gore gore 10 pula no mo tsentse kana anong ke 8 pula. Yes.
So au bua ka gore motho sentse ra ikitse ya thaloganye risk appetite a gago ke conversation e leng gore gantsi when it comes to investments we hear a lot of Batswana ba re no me kana ke batla go tsenya madi mo go se yana le yana and then nako le nako bo utwa ba re no gate this thing e tsenya madi a mantsi gate in 3 months so bona maduo 6 months so bona maduo about the returns that they can make from an investment but no one ever thinks about the potential for loss.
Yes.
Because how we invest there's potential for loss. Like di-market nako nngwe ga gongwe gona go nna le sewa bo di dirile sente nako nngwe ga di dire sente but nnete ke gore hela experience has taught us gore over the long term you know they stabilize, and on average we find gore you know a lot of investment become profitable over time. But gantsi ha le kopana le tsone dikgang tsone tsa motho a ba tare ke batla go neela 100,000 Kgasa. Is it possible for me to get 150,000 in the next year?
No. and that's my quick and very short answer ka gore if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. You can need but I like it, and I think we need to change our thinking from quick win because the reality is if someone can make you a lot of money in a short space of time, the risk must be very high. Principally, the higher the risk, the higher the return. So if you see the return, there's I don't think there's anyone really who can offer you high return but also guarantee your capital. I have never seen that.
No, they can't.
Because it means there's no risk.
They can't.
So and I think also when we do come across such attractive offers, really ask questions, interrogate. You know, there's a lot of information that's available, rather than just saying, "Hey, take a step back, you know, and find out from a different source aside from your home mereketsing. To really establish is that a legitimate source that you can trust. Let's not take it lightly. It's hard-earned money.
No, absolutely. Absolutely. Thato, you are giving really great insight, and because we see our parents, our siblings, our friends, you know, investing mudun say long you know, everything works, but you know, but to buy investor mudun say long they have been told I mean, if you invest in certain types of investments, currency, 100,000 there, 200,000. But you also need to know the reverse can happen.
Exactly.
Zero. But kind of negative, you know. But a lot of our people are not ready for that, which is why I think this series has come at the right time, you know, to teach people. But while by retire, they're going to be accessing the lump sum. Ko insurance company e le ka go accessa madi a gagwe gongwe ba tse di ba tlhokaetse that fund ne le ya pension ele ke boswa ke madi a mantsi, sometimes it's in millions. Do they know where to go? Yala ha tswa ho yenene o bona di shop o bona di shop o ha go la sana se lebeletse mo TV a ba itse gore no me ke ratile mo le right. Yes, so re batorano ba simolle gore hela motho a sona tsa madi ale a ba re no me ne ke lebeletse Build Your Future with Bifm. Ba buile se ba re lo ka lathela sengwanyana mo teng, because when you have information it becomes easy for you to know where to direct the money as the money comes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. I think le batsadi ba rona hela kana ba golo ta itogota kante dio tsa nna ne dile kae kana go tsa rona. You know, ha nne ke itsile I would have. So
and
I think it really is sad. So like you say, I think our Thato series is coming at a really good time. Here's the information. You know, at least hear it now and be aware.
Yes.
At least the available options.
Absolutely. Ya no Kgasa ko mpolele ha motho a batla go service salona. What platforms are there tse leng gore motho o ka di dirisa so that ata khona go access edituso?
I like that you say platforms, because already to me it says I think in digital online. and please Batswana ke a le rotloetsa, take them up, use them, you know, re ska tshaba. So go Bifm if you want to start. O le go leng teng go hela o khona go tsana mo website ya rona. We just launched recent at the end of last year something we call Bifm Smart Invest. And Smart Invest, basically it's an online journey where you become a client. Information I defend ho wa ipalla wa decide wa choose gore ke batla ke a go invest 200 bula kana ke a go invest 500 bula. Click o bo upload bo mang di KYC yana, submit. And that's all it is. But I also know gore o take re batswana ke a le rotloetsa gore di sa marangane. I also know gore ba bangwe when it comes to the khantsha madi, we are more comfortable with le motho.
Yes.
So for those who are more comfortable with that, we also accommodate that. And let's a number 3992199. And our pathfinders batla litusa helajaga information is provided on the site. How ladies our pathfinders ba go tlhalosetsa gone gore ke tse di funded dintsi jana. They'll send you the forms of submit everything ka email kana uditlisa go office.
Yes. Awesome. Yano a komponelo wana Kgasa as a close. Wena di khantsha tsa maditse. Ke dio tse leng gore o sala o gola hela o di thaloganya gore madi a ka ba ka ngwa yang go tsengwa mo ko kae a ke dio tse no di ruta ko lapeng ke language e leng gore ya khapetsa no khona re o ibue le mama o ibue le papa kana le ja dinara hela o to go bua ka gore nyame re tsa mangwe re reka diabe re tsa mangwe re riana. Where did you get it?
First things first, o ska botsa ke bua monatana ke khantsha madi nyara ga ka le tsone. Definitely wasn't the case. I think like most Batswana, I'm going to assume most Batswana, khara khantsha madi were almost a taboo. Ha di le bana. So I didn't get that exposure. Ke kopane le madi and maybe nkare gitso ya gore madi tiriso ya madi e botoka ke ntseng jang.
Yes.
But what I did know growing up was how about the hodisa madi tsena mo motshelo. Hey, I mean we laugh but I think for a lot of people that's how you did it. Saving collectively, saving together mo motselong, even though right or like the interest is really one but for me it sort of taught me the same principle where we're actually applying it but in a modern setting unit trust.
Absolutely.
Because re kopanya madi a batho and then ra invest gore mongwe le mongwe a kgone go bona sengwe at the end of the day. And the reality is I think generally as people we do better when we do things collectively. Together, yes. So that's my, I think I could say my background. Yeah.
Wow. So any last words you have for our viewers?
I think I've said a lot and I've said most of what I wanted to say. One, information is available. First equip yourself, know and then after that, don't financially. Na make it 200 blaher kana ke tsotse la ha o tsa 100 bula ke ra mo kopanya lo mongwe e be le re nyame re go bula account, then you're able to do something with it. So oska tshabela khakala o nyatsa so na le sone simolla gone ho and build up, because that's how you're eventually going to reach or achieve your goals.
Yes. Kgasa
thank you very much, Satla.
Le mo ikutetse lothe Batswana be tshoko gae Kgasa wa thalosa gone gore if it's too good to be true it probably is. So thokomele di investment tse leng gore o tsena mo go tsone, o thokomele batho ba leng gore o bua le bona ba leng gore ba go gakolla o ikanye ba itsana pe ba tshwanang le ba bereki ba Bifm ba leng gore ba go eletsa bokamoso bo leng gore bo mo le mothata. Jaanong tswela hela yalo o tsena mo maranyaneng programming a bone o ithute go heta se leng gore re se rutile gompieno ko www.bifm.co.bw go bona the different offers, or o itshwaraganye le bone go bua le any one of their pathfinders ko 3992199 kana o ba tshware ka WhatsApp mo mogaleng ka 76227 017. Until we meet again, same time, same place. Ciao, ciao.